He met her on a cold November evening when the rain was falling softly on the empty streets. Her name was Emily, and from the moment he saw her smile, he knew something inside him had changed. They talked for hours that night, about life, about dreams, about the kind of love that doesn't fade. He thought, finally, someone who gets me. Days turned into months, and months into years. They moved in together, shared coffee in the mornings, laughed about stupid things, and made plans for the future. He was going to propose. He had already bought the ring, hidden carefully in his drawer, waiting for the right moment. He imagined that night 1,000 times. The candlelight, her tears of joy, his trembling voice when he'd say, "Will you marry me?" But then, something started to change. She became distant, quiet, lost somewhere far away, even when she sat right next to him. Her phone would buzz late at night, and she'd smile faintly, turning it face down. He told himself not to overthink it, that she was just tired, that work was hard. But deep inside, a small voice whispered, "Something's wrong." One evening, he came home earlier than usual. The lights were dim, music played softly in the background, and her laughter, that sweet laughter he loved so much, was echoing from the bedroom. He froze. That laughter wasn't meant for him. He walked down the hallway slowly, each step heavier than the last. The door was slightly open, and what he saw broke something inside him forever. Her hair, her voice, her hands. But not for him this time. Another man's shadow moved against hers, two bodies close, too close. He couldn't move, couldn't breathe. All the air in the world vanished in that single moment. She saw him. Her face turned pale, eyes wide, like a child caught in a lie too big to hide. "Michael, it's not what it looks like," she whispered. But he didn't say a word. He just stared, not at her, but at everything they'd built, shattering right in front of him. He walked out of the apartment, out of that life. The cold night hit his face like a slap, and for the first time in years, he felt completely alone. The ring was still in his pocket. He threw it into the river, watched it disappear beneath the dark water, like she cried. But he didn't. He had no tears left. He hung up, and for the first time, there was silence. Not the kind that hurts, but the kind that finally brings peace. Now, he walks alone by that same river sometimes, watching the water flow, remembering how it took his ring that night. He doesn't hate her anymore. He doesn't love her either. He just remembers and moves on. Because sometimes